What's up guys, my name is Václav Černošek and I'm the founder of BlueLens production. And today in this video I will tell you how is my life almost 2 years after graduating college with media degree. How I quit my job after college 2 months in. How was it hard to find a different job after that? How was it hard to find clients for my business? What did I actually have to do to gain my other job, and how was this whole story, because I wasn't able to secure my jobs while being in my senior year while still finishing college. So this is kind of like a longer story. I will take you back to my college days, then I will tell you more about how is it now after college. So stick it here with the video. If you're a person who is right now in college about to graduate in December, or maybe you just recently graduated in May, maybe you just recently graduated high school and you're thinking even about if you should go to college or jump into this field right away, all of these questions gonna be answered here, so keep watching it. I know it might be a little bit longer because I want to cover all the topics, so definitely leave after the feedback down below. But let's go right into this and let me bring you back while I was still in high school deciding if I should go to college. So I had a passion into media. I took some classes of filming in high school, so while deciding to go to the college I knew I want to do something in media industry. So I actually studied a major of mass media with a minor in advertising and promotion, because I always thought that maybe working with social media would be great and that it all goes together. So let me tell you more about college experience. So right away, freshman year, I actually fell in love with the major. We did a lot of on-hand process of actually filming, editing. We were in front of the camera, behind the camera, we were trying different positions. In the school we had studios, so we were doing like a news packages. We were able to be also doing some like class projects out of school, so many different things, and that's what I started loving about it. I also was learning about the whole media industry, how everything works, like sophomore, junior year, we took even like law class, so I was learning about that. Sports class, so we were actually broadcasting live sports, so everything actually felt amazing and I actually enjoyed it a lot. And many people, if they ask me now if they should go to college to study this, I always tell them that the best thing about college is, what I think, is that you actually get to have the time for it and have the time to learn it. Many times you could just out of the high school jump into the field and try to figure out by yourself how to learn it, but you might not have the time and you might pick up like some other full-time job or part-time job. So in the college you're actually studying it, so you have the time to go out and film it. You're actually in the group, in a classroom with people that have the same enjoyment for the same topic, so you can talk about it. You can go together, grab a camera, start working on it. You're working on class projects after school, during classes, so this is something that brings you and connects you together. Also there's professors that usually been working in the field, like in my case on the school there was many of them, so they share the tips, they know what to tell you. So also the big thing, as I mentioned, you're able to try different positions, behind the camera, in front of the camera, lighting, sound, audio, everything, so that's really amazing. But right now let's jump into my junior senior year. So during the college I didn't like do that much. Of course I don't mean it that way, but like during the college I didn't do like work in the industry. Most of the time I had another part-time job, but within the industry I was mostly doing stuff like in the school, in the classes. And let's say before junior year that's kind of changed. I got my better camera, I started like taking more pictures and video out of class, started doing some free work for the people that maybe like needed something, and I just offered my services and was happy to even get some experience. And then in like actually middle of junior year, while I was doing some freelance stuff, usually just most for free, I don't think I got any paid work before that, I decided to start my business and actually try to gain some more paid work. I knew that I'm not the best, but I already started getting some feeling good about what I'm doing and I wanted to get at least some money from it. So open up my business, created small business cards, was working from business to business, hanging out my business card, and that's actually how I got my first client. I handed them my business card, and like the next day they called me back that they would actually want both pictures and videos for their business. Perfect. I straight up told them that's my first client and we can agree on a price, and I will be happy to deliver them something that they will like. That's what we did. They actually were happy what I delivered with them, and started doing it more, telling more people that I'm actually doing this as a business now, and would love either even open to free paid work, or would love to start doing like weddings and stuff like that. That's actually how I got my first wedding. And while being still in junior year, I did that, and my business, I don't want to say pick up, but I got few clients on and off there. Then senior year was about to start, and that was like the stress is coming on. I was thinking the summer before that I gonna do kind of like my dream internship, where I applied with this company that I really wanted to work for, and I went through the whole process, and at the end I didn't make the cut, so I couldn't do the internship, so I didn't really have any job secured in my field industry. So I went into the senior year that I need to find a job to secure after college. And now let me tell you, if you're in this position, I know how stressful it can be, and let me tell you that it may not always work out how you want, but try to do your best. And let me tell you my story, because I think you will kind of see a lot from that, where life can take you and different things can happen. Because straight from the beginning, I applied to over probably like 50 to 100 jobs, and I heard back from them, but nobody hired me for B after college. So as senior year started, all the professors, everyone in the classes was talking about finding a job, creating a reel, creating a website, strong portfolio, so we can present ourselves the best and start applying. And two different things here to think about. Are you looking for a job anywhere and then you're gonna decide where to move for the job? Or do you have preferred area where you wanna live, and are you applying just in that location? My option was the second one. I knew kind of where I wanted to live, which was closer to my parents' house, so I wanted to do that. So I was looking and applying more in that area. So yeah, the senior was going through, was doing a little bit of my business, but not as much. But mostly I was focusing on applying and talking to different people, getting their perspectives, reaching out to companies even if they weren't hiring. But as I said, I wasn't able to secure a job. During graduation, many people did have a job, but I would say it was like 75 to 25. 75 of us didn't have secure job, and 25 people maybe had something already secured. Maybe it was 50-50, but I wouldn't say so. So in my perspective, the main thing, if you would ask me what to do while being in college, is one big thing. And that thing is try to do as much possible to get as much experience, because that's actually helped me to get job after even graduation. So let me talk more about that, because I think that's like a big part, and I think it's very beneficial. And it doesn't have to be like that for everyone, but I think it gives you better chances. So let's say if you do all the same thing like everyone in the classes just in the college, and then 100 people graduate and all of them applies for the same position, and then one person was actually running their business and doing something, or was doing this internship all year in their senior year. Of course that those people that were doing something different and something extra gonna probably get the job, because they have more experience and been working more in the field. So I think that was something that I was thinking about, like try to get as much experience as possible. So even free work, and I did a lot of free work, was at the end something that I was able to showcase. And even I was telling that to companies while I was still in school. Many times they were like, oh, you're not in this location right now, we need to hire somebody right now, contact us after graduation if you have still any positions. Or they were like, still your experience doesn't meet our expectations. So let me tell you what happened after graduating college. I finished, I didn't have secure job, so I moved away from the college and started applying to jobs where I wanted to live. I think around like 1 month in, when literally all day what I was doing was applying to jobs and trying to also pick up maybe my business, which wasn't working well as I moved to a new city where I wasn't living before, so that was hard. But I was applying to jobs like literally from morning to night all the time. Got to the point that I couldn't even find more jobs online on Indeed, LinkedIn. I couldn't find more jobs, so every time there a new job was posted, I got a different interviews. Got through a few more interviews, never heard back, told me that I'm not qualified for the position, and then actually got my first job, I think like 1 month in. Got through the interview. It was a job actually in the field, which that was the most important thing for me. I wanted to do something in the industry that I have studied. So actually this was for a company, being their media guy, editor, videographer, filming for them, editing, doing everything in an office most of the time, sometimes going out filming. So I was thinking that this is gonna be perfect. So I went there, started working. At the beginning it was really nice. There was so it was 2 of us as a crew in the media, another guy that was also working there as a videographer, editor. I was more under him first in a training, then kind of more pick up the camera, started more filming, bringing the ideas together. So did that for like a month, and then the environment kind of, as I was more in, my boss was a little bit started acting different, kind of like whole the environment kind of started changing. I saw more how everything is working there, and just at the end, to be honest, I saw that this is not for me and I cannot get stuck in this company. Luckily I did save up a little bit of money, so I knew if I quit this job I will be able to survive for a month or 2 and jump into looking for a new job again. That's what I did, literally. I quit my job after 2 months in. Let me tell you this, I did that, literally was without job again. That was like 5 months after graduating college. So again, to the back job search, started applying to everything from the morning to the night, and trying to build up my business. Again, business wasn't as successful. Got sometimes few clients, but nothing like heartbroken that could like put me as a full-time position in that. But I was still applying, working hard. That's kind of another thing. You cannot expect to just like be at home and somebody brings you a job. That barely happens. It happens sometimes, but barely. You have to be actually trying at least a little bit something. Got another few interviews and then got another job. And let me tell you, this seemed again like the perfect job. Actually, it was for a company, being a marketing manager. So again, important that I was looking for being in the industry. I wasn't looking just for one position because I knew I was right out of college, so I need to start somewhere and then I can move on. But I wanted something in the industry. So I got this position in the company, and actually this is a great company. I started working there, so kind of like started on process little bit by little bit, started filming, editing for them, running their social media. Then as I was the marketing manager, so more running also their email campaigns, and kind of everything touched base on the side was still running a little bit of my business. On the weekends a little bit it picked up, but main thing was this full-time job, and that's the most thing I was doing. And then also I met one guy, and actually a video with him I have on this channel. He's a filmmaker down here in South Florida, so you can watch it with Javier. And I met him and I started helping him as a second shooter, started a little bit of editing with him while I still had my full-time job. And yeah, so this job actually was completely opposite to my first one, and I was so happy that I quit my first one and I started working in this full-time job as a marketing manager. But I was doing a lot of filming, kind of what I loved. And I was there over like 8 months working, and then I got my business a little bit more picked up, and actually Also Javier, he was like getting more jobs, so we started working more together. So at the end, actually after a few months, I was able to leave that job as a full-time position, and I still work with that company, we still work with me, but right now my main thing is my own business. I still work with Javier, I still work with that company where I used to work. They're my client right now, so I still do stuff for them. My business, I got more clients right now on a retainer. I did more weddings, I second shoot with more people. So kinda I realized that maybe that job was more sitting in the office from 9 to 6 every day, even weekends off, but being there 9 to 6 always every day. And that's kind of what I was always thinking that I would love to do, be in the office. But then on the other side, I realized more that I love to be running my own business, kind of be doing different stuff. Don't be just in the office, go out, go film with drone, and have every day kind of different. So that's where I am right now today. Kind of all that happened in the first year, and right now second year is more me building with my business, working with different clients, starting up more of the process, learning more about how to run a business, how to find different clients, how to work with clients, budgeting, and all of this. Right now many questions could be how it is running of the business, and maybe that's what I want to look in the next video. If you would actually wonder how is it to be running the business, how do I get clients, how much do I charge, how do I find weddings, how do I do social media, drone, all of that, so I could make a different videos, so leave a comment for that. This one was more about the process of college, and I wanted to share with you that it wasn't easy. Actually went through a different few jobs. Right now it's still not as easy as I'm running my job. Sometimes it's better, a few months are better, a few months are worse, but hey, I tried different things. I really found what I love, and the most important thing for me, I stayed in the industry and I love what I do, and that's all it mattered for me. And that's kind of what I was looking for when I was graduating college. Stay in the industry, to be able to do what I love. And hey, you can see here that at the beginning it was very hard to even secure my first job after college, but I didn't give up. I was pursuing it, and I was actually able to do it and land a job in media. And I hope this is a little bit an inspiration, motivation story for people, either high school or college or recent college grads. Like I said, this is not a video for somebody who's looking on a tips how to run a business. If you would want this video, then comment down below and I will be able to share all my tips that I have with running a business. This is more how is my life after 2 years graduating from college with a media degree. So thank you for watching this video. If you made it all the way to here, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any videos like this on my channel. If you love drone footage, traveling or filmmaking, check out my channel. There's a lot of videos actually from different places, a lot of drone footage. I'm sure you will love that. Actually, if you would love to start as a wedding filmmaker or would wonder how is it to work with there, I already have few videos I think about weddings down there below, so you can watch those. If you have any questions, please reach out to me directly on Instagram, or you can comment down here below and I will be able to help you and answer any of your questions. So again, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate all your support and I will see you at the next one.